CBO that exists within the county of San Francisco abide by these same exact rules. So these are not strictly to you all. This is just across the board for anyone under the CBO that operates within the county.
I understand. I would think that would be true. I would definitely think that would be true. So it's been a totally different experience.
Yeah, the sooner we get to these rules, the more time we have for questions.
Yeah, so then, again, that's why we're here. We're going to take questions, and then we can address whatever needs to be addressed. Some of it may get addressed today. Some of it may take some time.
Well, it's going to be a long meeting.
No, we don't have to. Oh, if you guys have the...
And you guys didn't bring pizza. You guys didn't bring pizza.
Yeah, man. Somebody order some food.
Bring it on.
Yeah, we're going to have an all-nighter if we're going to do it right.
No problem with it.
Yeah, get the lights. We've got plenty of lights.
I wanna, get the chance to meet you all anyway and get to know you.
Pizza.
So are we ready for the 9 immediates?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so the first one would be for a confirmed COVID-19 positive individual in their COVID-19 isolation period. Repeated failure to wear a mask except when actively eating, drinking, showering, in their bed, mat, or in the room. You guys don't have a room, I know that. This applies, but you have your trailer. This applies when a confirmed COVID-19 positive individual in their COVID-19 isolation period has not refused to follow program masking rules, but rather fails a third time to follow those rules. So the first one that will lead to an immediate is just outright refusal to wear a mask if you currently have COVID. This particular rule is saying that if someone had to tell you 3 times to put your mask on, so you didn't outright refuse to wear the mask, but you've been caught several times without having the mask on while you have COVID, and now that would not lead to an immediate. It would just be like a shelter warning, like, hey, or a VTC warning, like, hey, put your mask on, you didn't do it, here's a warning. Put your mask on, you didn't do it, here's a warning. Okay? Sweet. Let's go to the next one. It would be general threats that lack specificity, like, I'm going to get you. So the first one that would lead to an immediate was there's a plan, like, hey, I'm going to catch you at your car and I'm going to stick you up. So that one has a plan. That will lead to an immediate DOS. This one is just a general, like, oh, I'm going to get you. So that you would just receive a shelter warning, which is a non-immediate. And then it would take 3 of those within 30 days in order for it to even lead to a non-immediate. And then we'll explain more of that in a bit, okay? The third one is visible use in any common area, purchase or distribution of illegal drugs not associated with a prescription or alcohol. So again, there's 2 rules that are similar. The first one was the manufacturing of or sales. This one is just distribution or use. So do we understand the difference? So manufacturing will get you immediately removed. Just distributing or using just get you a shelter warning.
Distributing and using are 2 different things.
Both of those are in there.
Why do they have
I'm sorry.
Because I mean,
the paraphernalia bans around here if
within your home, that doesn't apply though, right? I mean, you're talking about in public area.
Exactly.
Not within your home area.
There we go. Thank you. See, we have some smart individuals.
Oh, yeah.
Realize that the VTC site is new, so they made these rules when they were just operating in just shelters and navigation centers. So some of the wording may not specifically apply to the VTC, but it's general, okay? So we can make adjustments and figure out like how would that apply to this site specifically. This is the first of its kind, so we're figuring this thing out together. Cool.
Yep.
The fourth one is property destruction to a common space that presents a nuisance, like graffiti. Can't be spraying on the ground and tagging your name. I can't walk out and see Kelly tagged on the.
Oh, that's my cultural right, though.
Potty.
What about if somebody keeps dumping their poop water under your RV?
Yeah, then you should share that with either the case managers, and that individual should receive a shelter warning or a BTC warning. And then we can talk about that afterwards, identify who the individual is, and see what we can do about that, okay? What's your name?
My name's Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. I'm Darrell. Darrell. Yep. Nice to meet you as well. Absolutely. You're fine. You're fine. We are on the 5th rule now. 5th rule is use of photography video or audio recording on the site that includes other clients or staff without their permission. That just simply means that you cannot video record or audio record anyone on the site without their permission. If you are caught doing so, you will receive a shelter warning. 3 shelter warnings within 30 days will lead to a non-immediate DOS off of the site. If you break any 5 of these rules within 30 days, that will also lead to a non-immediate.
Now we get a hearing right on these, the non-immediate, and we can get a there's a shelter advocate you can call that'll bring a lawyer to the meeting for you.
I got Kelly.
What?
I got Kelly, she's very smart. I have Paul, he's very smart. And now I have, what's your name again?
Yeah, excuse me.
Ramona
I'm just stupid
Mayon.
for listening.
I have Ramona, and now
You're next,
Ramona
you're next.
seems to be as well. So we got
Now
a lot
let me
of
make
people
it
here.
clear to you. Hold on. Wait.
Yep.
Wait, wait a place. That'd be Daryl.
I really didn't want to come.
Father,
I wouldn't give a fuck. Right now.
He's
You
leaving
better
tomorrow. He's
say
leaving
you got
tomorrow.
safe to
It's
that.
when's the last day?
Don't say no with the seal.
Got you. All right, yeah, let's be great community
Now,
members.
wait. I
think
want to
Ramona-
introduce myself
Oh, hey,
better
Ramona
to
had a
you.
question.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm not a question. I want to tell you I'm the one who wrote the legal paper that's in court that we're discussing right now about
Okay.
what's going on. So I'm the author of that paper. So that's why I ask these kind of questions.
No, absolutely.
Or I make points to people.
Well,
Hey, Joe, I got a question though.
Pleasure
So,
to meet you.
I requested a hearing date.
So did I.
What's your name, sir?
Muñeco.
Shaka.
What's up, buddy?
Hi,
Shaka.
Shaka. Are you
Nico.
joining a community meeting?
Muñeco.
Muñeco. I'm moving tomorrow.
Okay.
Nico,
Congratulations, sir.
So
Yeah.
my question is that
Congratulations.
I requested a hearing date, but I was never given the actual date. I don't know when my hearing date is. I don't want to miss it.
You was requested. Oh,
I was written up. I requested a hearing date, but never given a date to show up.
So, did you receive a non-immediate DOS?
Yes, I did.
And then you requested a hearing.
Yes, I did.
So did I.
And no one's reached out to you as
To
far
give
as
me
your
the
hearing
dates,
date? Okay, we'll take a look into
All right,
that.
cool. I don't want to miss it.
So I have two.
No,
I have-
absolutely.
And I also, they have a number for an advocate and for an attorney, right? And I
It's
called.
an advocate, not a...
Okay, well, I also reached out to them and I never got a call back on that either.
You reached out to the advocate? Yeah, we gotta talk to the city, see what's going on with those
All right,
advocates.
and I never have received anything on the hearing either.
Hearing
Really?
date. She don't know hearing date.
Did you
either.
receive a non-immediate DOS as well?
It was. Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
So they told you that you were being DOS
was-
from the site?
Yeah, that I was bullying the staff.
She requested a hearing date, but she don't know.
As well as being
listen,
smart.
I want to make sure that we're clear. Just because you receive a shelter warning does not mean that you're being DOS. So there's a difference between getting a shelter warning and being non-immediately DOS from the site. Those
Well,
are two
it
different
has
things.
a box on there for you to, it wasn't my first write-up either.
Okay,
So it has a box on there to check for that stuff,
for the hearing.
for the hearing.
Okay,
If you want to
so
hear it.
yeah,
And
no
I just
problem
didn't
with
like
that.
how what they had broke down on it, so they said that that's how I could get it changed.
Okay.
And Angelica and Otis said we could change it, so,
By going to the
but I've
hearing.
never heard any, I prefer it to not be on there because it was untrue, you know?
Okay.
More than on one occasion it was untrue.
Yeah, I'm not sure
No,
about
I'm just
that. I
saying
wasn't
that that's
here.
why I was waiting for the hearing, and I still haven't heard anything.
Yeah, maybe we can follow up and see what's going on with that.
I don't know if anybody's here gotten a hearing yet.
I don't think there has been one yet.
Never.
Has anybody received non-immediate DOS outside of Paul and Kelly?
I think that's only us.
Just you two?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, we can take a look into it, see what's going on.
All right.
Definitely want to get you here. Cool. So do we understand Rule 2E? No use of photography, video, any of that. That's going to lead to a shelter warning.
Staff advised me to use video. I mean, not that I have, but they advised me to use it.
Yeah, I would say don't do that. That's
I
probably
haven't.
gonna. Okay. Yeah.
And staff knows that too, because sometimes staff be taking pictures of us.
Yeah.
They're aware of this rule too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, cool.
No one should be taking a picture of you unless you sign a media release form.
Okay.
And this is why we have community meetings, so we can sort all of these things out, right? All right. 2F, having unauthorized guests at the site. So I think that one's pretty clear, right? Unauthorized
Did I go
guests.
for staff too?
Can't be trying to hook up dates and stuff like that.
You gotta change that. How do we
Trying to
change
have a
these
date
rules?
at your
How do
trailer.
we change these rules?
Paul, who you cooking for? You trying to invite somebody over for dinner, man?
I get lonely, man.
Oh,
Isolation.
Paul. Okay, Paul. Yes.
My grandchildren, they were living here, and they allowed them to come visit me. They said they would always let them, but they kind of use that as a punishment time I had the deputy director look into it, and he said he took an extra week to look into it, and there was nowhere to find that there was no children allowed to not visit their grandparents.
Yeah, I have a problem with the no visitors rule too. My children are on a list to come in, and it's difficult to get them in.
Let's go.
Fresh meat.
Yeah,
new.
let's refocus. So
My
right
dog
now,
wants to visit me.
I'm just going through the rules. If we have problems with the rules, we can talk about it. We can write it down. Take it to the powers that be. I can advocate. We can advocate for you all. But right now, we're just going through what's currently in place. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Having excessive property within the site that extends beyond the client's designated area. So I think we're pretty much clear on that one, right? This site pretty much looks good. I've done a walkthrough before. Most of the trailers are plain areas and stuff like that. So I don't think that's a huge problem here, but it is something to be aware of.
Did you do?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
squeezer. I don't know. I don't know.
Hands right here.
All right.
I don't think it's
Can we
squeezed.
keep going?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Verbal harassment, intimidation, or bullying of other guest staff or volunteers. So can't be bullying people or verbally harassing people or calling them out of their names or whispering bad things about them. Both ways. We don't want staff doing that towards the guests, and we don't want guests doing that towards staff or towards each other. We want to practice good community behavior and be great community partners. Cool. All right. Unwelcome sexual advances, requests for sexual favors, and other verbal or physical conduct of a sexual nature, including nudity. So don't be coming out of your trailer streaking.
That wasn't me.
Where the
The guy was wearing a mask. He had COVID or something. It wasn't me.
where the offensive behavior creates an intimidating, abusive, or hostile environment. So we just want to make sure that we're not no sexual advances. We're not doing anything like that. Again, being great community partners. I think that's an actual new rule too that just got added.
Yeah, you have to tell my 7 husbands don't.
Yeah, we just ate dinner there. We like,
Me too.
that's hell of a cook. Hell of a cook.
Yeah, don't come in.
Next one, altering or modifying a that one's probably not directed to you all because you own your trailer, so we'll actually skip over that one. Failure to ensure and maintain clear pathways to your trailer, so just keeping the areas clean. Tampering with or removing any, we don't have any of that here. We don't have carbon monoxide detectors. Refusal to participate in daily wellness checks and or weekly, so just wellness checks for you all.
I want to say, I hate them.
I believe you.
I hate them. They're an invasion of privacy.
Okay, we can talk
I have
about
cancer and I need to nap during the day and I get woke up, or I just stay nervous from about 7 o'clock on in the daylight. They do nothing. They have no purpose.
the wellness checks.
The wellness checks have no purpose except to see who's on site, checklist, do that kind of thing.
I
These are our homes. This rule needs to be reevaluated. Yeah, it really does.
So I think the goal or the idea behind the rule is just to make sure that
Yeah, we're not
everyone is
overdosing on
safe
fentanyl.
and,
That's what it is. We get that, but none of us. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I don't know
How
who
many a day
anybody
do we
does
get?
anything, but for people who don't have an issue no. And look, here's the thing: I could die. Any of us could just drop. As happened to Mr. McKay. So I understand the need to keep an eye on people and see. Have you seen so and so for 3 days or something like that? But the wellness check idea is something that goes on in the warehouse shelters and the different, a different type of setting. And I personally object strenuously over it. Just it literally keeps me on edge all day until the staff leaves at 3:30. I don't start to relax. And now Urban Alchemy has started doing them at night. And I
think we should
really.
be around the clock.
No, and we all have PTSD from cops banging on our doors and stuff as vehicle dwellers on the street. Yeah, she's nodding, yeah.
So I think maybe you could have a conversation with UA about lessening those.
Yeah, well, I've discussed it in a court paper, and that's what I'm going to say.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
just I'm really upset about that kind of stuff. That's, we've complained. This is not new to complaining.
Okay.
That's why we're all like this, sitting around looking at each other going,
No, that's fine.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt like that so vigorously.
No, you're fine. I think sharing your opinions and your thoughts is
Yeah,
fair.
it's just it's not, you know, it doesn't.
Tired.
I've told him before, bring coffee and donuts, and I'll come to the door.
Yeah.
You know,
Where's our pizza?
water. Yeah, well, she again with the pizza, but you know, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. This doesn't go on in other places. We are, in our opinion, you know, as a tenants union, we're tenants because of WIC 8255, and so
Okay.
we're starting to reevaluate what we're experiencing here, and wellness checks are abnormal. That's something that happens in prison and institutional settings. It's not normal. It's not normal. Now, you know, a lot of us could be using drugs. I know it's prevalent, you know, but
Yeah.
that's not 14th Amendment doesn't allow this.
Right. So I think, you know, I'm not a lawyer, and I can't speak on behalf of anyone, including yourself. But I just think, you know, when we sign participation agreements and they go over rules with us as far as like what.
When the rules are illegal or unconstitutional, they're invalid. And it doesn't matter how, I understand you have a legal obligation to present us with the rules, and that's what we're doing here.
Absolutely.
You have a legal obligation to read out the rules to us or make us sign them again. So
Yeah,
we
no,
agree.
I'm not making anyone
But
sign
if the
anything.
rule, no, but I understand reading it to us and us having this discussion is a way to establish a legal foundation for what's going on. So we also, on the other hand, being Americans and in democracy, we have the right to ask, where do you get this authority from to do these type of things?
Yeah. I
Because
don't
this is new. This is new. This whole model is going to spread across America, and if we don't check it, like if we don't check it against the Constitution, it's going to do things to society that are not acceptable to a
Ramona,
whole
right?
whole class of people.
Ramona, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a
my
lot
name.
higher than my pay grade, but you know,
That
I
is
think,
Mrs. Ramona. There
you're-
No, it-
Mrs. Ramona.
All right, now,
but I
but
think that you know, you're making some valid points, and it looks like you have already taken the necessary steps to address those.
yeah, but
in
it's
a- in a
important, like
legal
you say,
matter.
to discuss to the community and to not.
Absolutely.
I don't want to ever present as an aggressive
No,
force
you
or
don't seem aggressive to me.
no, but that's not necessarily the case.
Ramona, calm down.
Consulary.
No.
But yeah, so it's important if we're going to do this right that we do it right now because we're the first ones or the second ones really. But
No, yeah.
you know, so that's where I'm coming from, and that's
I
you
think
know.
that's fair, and taking the necessary steps to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's fair, but I would just say we are obligated to go over the
Right,
rules with
that's
you
what
all.
I'm saying.
So
I
we
know
are going
that.
to do
Let's
our
do
part.
it.
And
Let's
I'm
do
not
it.
saying that this is not no means a legal.
No, but it's a
document.
legal step you're required to take in order to run an institution.
We are obligated to do so because we're contracted with HSH.
Right,
so
right. That's what I'm
why
saying.
we're-
Yeah, I
that's why we're
recognized it
doing
as soon
this.
as you came out and started reading them. I knew
By the
that
way,
part.
this is the first time that they've actually
never,
read the rules
I've
to
never
us.
been given those
Hey,
rules.
this
Yeah.
this is my
It's good
first
to
time
know.
being
No,
in a
it's good to
community
know.
meeting with you
Thank you
all.
for taking the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And thank
Well,
you
when
for
you
the-
signed them, when you signed it, you initialed each one of these rules as you came in here.
That is very true.
Each one of them has each participation agreement has, you know, I have the blank one. I don't have the one I signed, but I have a blank one and there's a space for each rule. So in the day of stress when you got brought here, you know, and it was very stressful for all of us because most of us were forced into
Okay.
here.
And the rush on you signing because mostly like me, I'm a Spanish speaker and I don't really I understand some English but not fully.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you just want to be in some safe space. You
Right.
just say okay, and then after a while you say
What did I sign?
So I
Yeah.
think, again, as community members, having a voice is important. And again, it looks like Miss Ramona has taken the necessary steps in order to do what she needs to do legally. Again, we are obligated to just go over the
Right.
rules with you all.
do
And I have no problem with whatever steps you feel like you need to take in order to resolve some of these issues. And then I hope that you all have no problem with us going over the rules with you all. Just as a community, I just think we
you
have
gotta
to
do what you gotta do.
we have
Yep.
to have respect for one another. So
Absolutely.
I can't disrespect
I
you
know.
because you choose to take the route of fighting or advocating for yourself. I just ask that you not disrespect us as well when we are obligated to do our job, okay?
Right.
All right.
Thank you. Can we keep going?
Yes.
All right. Where were we?
Excessive
Guests may
bullying.
not install internet, landline phones, or cable, satellite TV services in their rooms, RVs, I'm assuming.
I
That's
gotta
another
turn that
one.
service off.
Oh, you got cable?
I got internet.
Oh.
I got internet too, and my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I don't.
I got hotspot.
I got a hotspot.
Yeah, I think so. Again, I'm just reading it. Some of
We're
this
messing
stuff I'm
with
sure
you.
probably does not
We're
apply
genuinely
to
messing with you now. We have hotspots.
Okay.
But we
well,
do want Wi-Fi, and
I'ma
it's in the
come over to
rules.
use some of your hotspots.
Yay.
You get hackers, that's what you get.
And then there's a smoking one, but again, I don't think that one applies to you all. We're outdoors, so I think we're good there. And oh, there's more. Being in unauthorized areas, those areas have to be marked as unauthorized. Theft of property, so we can't be stealing anyone's property. Don't go to your neighbor trying to steal their property. Come up here, try
That's
to
a
steal
that's one of the 10 Commandments. A lot of these are actually, if you think about them, a lot of them are the 10 Commandments, especially the immediate dismissal.
Not destroying any like electricity or plumbing or anything like that. Oh Lord. And then failure.
That's a whole nother meeting.
Yeah, somebody order pizza. We're gonna
Properly
need it.
exposing like our needles if you utilize them, trash, expired food, hazardous items, so forth and so on. So got to make sure that we're keeping up with our trash and properly disposing anything that we may utilize at the site. And that's literally all of our rules.
I have a quick question thing on that. What about the rules that like are made up on the fly? Like sometimes the urban alchemy make up a rule that where do they come up with this stuff? They think just make it up on the spot. And do we give it up for those if we don't follow those rules?
Such
An
as
example would be like and if it gets blamed on the fire marshal. You can't run a hose from point A to point B. Why? Fire marshal says so. In the discussion, or you can't do this. Why? Fire marshal says so. You can't do that. You can't put an extinguisher 10 feet from your motorhome or this camp by your motorhome because fire marshal says so. But fire marshal didn't say that stuff. They make it up on the fly.
okay,
Are
so
those?
we are
Do we have to apply by those, or can we get written up for not following those? My question is.
So
That's a great area.
I would allow
It's not
UA
on
to answer that.
Yeah.
I work for Bayview.
Yeah.
We're just in partnership with UA. So I think it would be fair to allow UA to respond to that.
Okay.
So that's a question that we probably should bring up for them.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't want to speak on behalf of someone that I don't
Right.
represent. It's cool. That's fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we can get any questions about the rules. Any more questions about the rules? Kenny and Craig, did you guys want to share anything regarding the rules? No, you're good? Yes, sir.
Somebody said to me that if you're gone for 48 hours, you can be kicked out.
Yeah, that is. That's
exceptions
correct
to
for
that.
all other sites. I don't know if there's a.
You have to go to court to get kicked out.
It's a 48-hour rule here too. So yes, you can't be.
But you
gone
got to go to
for
court to get
48
kicked
hours.
out.
There are exceptions to the rule, though. There are like
At
five.
least you let
there are
them
5
know,
exceptions
right?
to
At
it.
least you let.
But yeah, if you inform your case manager and UA that you're like going to visit family or something like that, then you'll be fine. Cool.
About the 48-hour thing, how would you know that somebody wasn't here?
The wellness checks.
Wellness checks.
In the gate, signing in.
You're signing in and out in the
The
game.
hypocrisy.
And your name when you get out and when you
Hypocrisy.
Well, we do have to understand too that the slots here is limited, and there's others that would like to be here.
No.
They
Some of
didn't
these
tip you?
trailers are empty.
They didn't tip you?
Oh, that's another.
Oh, so you're saying that
No,
that's
some of
rule is
these
not being-
trailers are empty,
so are you
and
saying
there's
it's
a
not
whole
being
parking
followed?
lot over there. The reason this thing is not full is Department of Homelessness. There's not.
Okay, well,
Yeah, that we can't get into that. That
Yeah,
doesn't do no
that-
good.
That 48 hour
Ramona,
thing
there we go.
only applies to some.
Yeah.
okay, well, listen.
You
asked,
You
was it a
wanted to go
rule?
over the
I'm telling you.
rules.
No, absolutely. No, he asked the question. He asked, is that a rule? Yes,
Yes,
it is.
it's a rule.
Whether it's being applied or not, I can't speak to that. I don't know. I've been here 3 days. So, I don't know.
Hey, I have,
You-
But it is a rule.
I have an
Now you're
idea.
gonna run away. Let them
I have an idea that would help everybody out.
No,
here.
I'm here. I'm not running anywhere.
I have an idea
That is scary.
that's gonna help everybody out. Check it out. So right now it's hard for people to get water, right? Because it's 100 yards from point A to
We
point B.
talked about that.
So something that a solution though would be if we can do this. We have hoses here. Somebody can run a hose to the middle of the section here and keep it running. Let's turn it off like a sprocket. It's easy to do. It takes like an hour, and then people can access their water 30 yards from the motorhome rather than 100 yards from the motorhome? Because you got disabled, you got handicapped people here.
Yeah, let's talk. I hear what you're saying,
Yeah.
but I don't fully understand it. So
We'll
let's talk
talk
about
later.
that. Yeah.
It's just something to help everybody out.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like it may be a
And
great
it's an
plan.
easy solution too.
Okay.
It just requires some work.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I had to wait till my son came yesterday to go fill up my big water jug so I could
Yeah.
do my
Really?
dishes over
But
there.
if you
Yeah,
had
so
access,
it's
like I'm saying, it would be 10
Yeah.
yards from
Yeah,
her.
so
I
let's
can't-
talk about it. See
yeah.
if it's feasible. Again, we're not the operators. We are.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
provide
I
case
think this is-
management,
yeah,
but we can advocate for you.
Yeah, okay, I feel it.
Matter of
Yeah.
fact, I need some water today.
Okay. Can we? Any more questions about shelters? Can we move on to some of the good stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, about the rules.
Yeah.
I'm used to being at the shelter.
I got just one more question
Yes.
about the thing about weapons and knives.
Yeah.
A knife is also a tool. When does it become a weapon?
Yeah. So I think there was a gentleman right here.
Circle
His
like
name
this,
is
somebody?
Charles, right?
Probably.
Gentleman here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Charles. Yeah.
Charles brought up a great point that I think we should take back to certain individuals. So before I can further give you an explanation about that, I think there's conversations that would need to be had, and then we can come back and follow up on that. Is that fair? Okay. So, there's some other things that are on here. Keep your dogs on a leash. So the dogs need to be on a leash. I think that's also a part of the rules. I think that's fair, right? I don't want to be attacked by a
Dogs
dog.
and cats.
I don't want you guys being attacked by anyone's dog either. Pick up after your dogs. I think that creates like a huge, a healthy like community, right? Not to have feces everywhere. Please keep your area neat. I think we kind of went over that in the program rules.
And with the dog
You know,
pickup,
so
not to
you
cut you
see
off, they
him
do
and-
have bags if you need them, just ask.
Okay, so we have the bags to pick up after the
Maybe we can
dog.
like maybe have a station that sets them up in the middle so they can just have to come here and ask. They can just walk.
Do we think that'd be helpful if the bags are set up where
Yeah,
you could just grab them?
That'd be helpful.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Okay.
dog